Our final battle is just through that door. Hey everybody, it's Chugga Conroy. Welcome back to more Kirby's Epic Yarn. In the last episode, we completed Castle D. And in this episode, let's cut straight to it. We're going off to our final battle, Yin Yarn. Let's do it! Alright, Yin Yarn. There's only room in this Let's Play for one Mexican who makes bad puns. So let's settle this once and for all! Okay, starting off, he's gonna make a replica of Fangora for us, fresh from his knitting needles. That sounds kinda gross. Okay, so starting off this fight with Fangora, this is gonna basically be the same fight, only a little bit shorter. He's gonna launch these fireballs at you, and once again, you can launch them back at him for some extra beads, and I got hit there when it didn't even matter because I didn't have a single bead on me. If you just avoid them though, his tongue will come out and you can attack him all the same. You're going to want to do this just once because after the first time he will not give you any additional beads. Just good to remember so you can get a little bit of extra progress toward your rank. And I'm going to whip you! I'm going to whip you! Oh no! He put me into the background! He figured out the only weakness of any 2D character! Bowser needs to learn from this really bad with all these 2D Mario games that have been coming out this year. He needs to learn that if he just puts Mario in the background, he's not on the same plane as him. But then again, didn't Bowser try going into the background in New Super Mario Bros. 2 and it didn't work? Ah, spoilers, I shouldn't say that. Let's go back into the foreground, and by doing that, we have successfully avoided that. Basically, you just have to keep on jumping from platform to platform as he hits them. You can't touch the needles that are in the front that are making them, or else you will get hurt, of course. So, we're in the water now, and these octopi are going to be spawning. We just got to grab one of them like last time. I'd stay out of the way of them, of course. I can't really recommend anything else besides just don't get hit. Now you got to see which one of these is the real one. You hit that one, and boom! Down goes Kappa Mario once again, even though he was never a squid this time. He was only an octopus. All right, come on, let me whip you. Ah, he threw me into the background again. See? You are totally defenseless against that as a 2D character. It's the ultimate defense, and yet no villain ever does it. Yin Yarn is smarter than them all. Who knew that Yarn could be so smart? All right, so right here, this phase can be a little bit tricky. He is going to spawn enemies, including my dreaded Starfish. You got to launch the enemies that he gives you at him. However, I seem to be missing quite a bit. There we go, I got one. All right, you grab him by the nose and you launch him. Who knew that Mexicans had big, shiny red noses? We're all secretly clouds underneath. Some people do question if I actually am Mexican, and I should say that I'm not entirely Mexican, but I kind of am. That's all I can really say. That is the best strategy I can recommend against these Scarfies when he launches just Scarfies, is that they're invulnerable unless you have some kind of something to throw at them or just something of that nature. You can get rid of these Scarfies, of course, by launching him, and there we go! Boom! He is gone! Angie, I do not need your help. His knitting needles were the source of his power the whole time! They are the true evil! Meta Knight, you are a bigger help to us than Falco was in Star Fox Adventures. Okay, meet the final boss of Kirby's Epic Yarn, Tankbot Yin Yarn. Yes, so we're going to be going Tankbot to Tankbot. Starting off, he is just going to be launching missiles at you straight on. However, after a little while, he's going to start launching them on you from above, in which case you got to aim upward to deal with them. Not really that complicated. I will say, his missiles remind me a lot of the sharks from Earthbound because they're basically sharks, and on top of that, they also have like the same face the sharks do. I know that this is made by Good Feel, but Kirby is a HAL Laboratory series, so who knows, maybe that's what they were going for. Anyway, though, he is going to start spinning around after long enough, in which case he's going to launch missiles all over the screen. I recommend just finding a sweet spot in between where his missiles typically launch, just staying there and mashing the one button. That is the best strategy I can really offer, is just trying to find that sweet spot, which I'm not doing too good of a job of, but it's not really that bad. Whoa, holy slowdown. Look at that. So many beads going all over the screen. Okay, we took care of him. And there we go. It's just a one-button mash fest of happiness. And there we go. I want to kill these things. Don't do it. Come on. Don't spare them, Kirby. Don't be nice. Don't be a hero. Kill them. They whipped ya. And we have taken down Yin Yarn and saved both Patchland and Dreamland. Do a little dance, give yourself a nice old pat on the back, and let's enjoy the end of our adventure.
With Yin Yarn's spell broken, Dreamland returned to its normal state of peace and quiet. Well, I guess this is goodbye, Fluff said. It made Kirby sad to see his new friend leave. Buck up, Kirby. As long as you have this magic sock, you can visit me anytime. Until then, Fluff said as he returned to Patchland. And that's the story of how Kirby and Prince Fluff defeated Yin Yarn the Sorcerer and restored peace to Dreamland.
And this has been Kirby's Epic Yarn. Although it wasn't the longest adventure we've ever been on, they don't all need to be really long ones. I hope you found it really enjoyable as I did. I had a fun time playing this for you guys. It seems like you guys really enjoyed my commentary this time around. I saw a lot of your comments saying this had some of my best commentary. And I enjoyed talking about this game. This is definitely a Kirby game that some people kind of discount or skip over, and, you know, I don't think it's rightfully done so. It has a fantastic soundtrack that I can never get enough of. Really nice graphics that are just oozing with creativity in the aesthetics department. You have really diverse gameplay. You know, it's basically Kirby if all the forms were available to you normally and you could just kind of be any form for any situation. It's a cool little idea. And I guess I can kind of talk about a few little known facts. This actually, like I said, was going to be Prince Fluff's original game, and some people do kind of wish that it was that. Now, I can kind of agree there, but to be fair, I wonder if the story would have been as cute if it was just outright a Prince Fluff game and not a Kirby game. But there can always be sequels, because they did leave room open for another Kirby's Epic Yarn game, of course, as you saw there. And, you know, maybe Prince Fluff will get to be the star of his own game someday. I still want him in the next Smash Brothers. Don't disappoint me. Anyway, though, again, I really hope you enjoyed the ride. This isn't really too challenging of a game, but I still think that it turned out pretty well. You know? Seems like you guys enjoyed it. I definitely did. I think I've said this about 3 times already. I just get so sentimental during endings. Don't judge me. Anyway. Of course, thank all these wonderful people who made this wonderful game. I'd, of course, like to thank my friends for supporting me along the way. And, of course, most of all, I'd like to thank you for watching and for having an interest in these videos. Can't really say much else, aside from maybe you should go look up this credits theme so that you can hear it without me talking over it, because it really is a wonderful song. And we got into Satoru Iwata. That means we're close to the end of the credits. Oh, he actually is the last name in the credits. I'm more right than I know. One thing a lot of people have been asking is if this will be the final Kirby game that I ever Let's Play, just for the simple reason that I've said I'm not the biggest Kirby fan. And the answer to that is no. There's at least one other Kirby game that I'd like to Let's Play someday. Which one? You'll just have to wait and see. And now that this game is done, I'd like to see you back here tomorrow for the first bonus video, because there's actually going to be a couple. I'd like to leave you on the note of the last line spoken in this whole game is pure genius. See you guys next time.
The next day, Kirby fell asleep in some shade. He dozed happily with wonderful dreams and held the reminder of a dear friend, even though it smelled a bit.